All right, I wanted to show you guys how to do a fun shimmery eye look. This is especially gonna be awesome for New Year's Eve, but you could also wear it for a special night out, girls' night out, dancing, gotta love that. It's perfect for all those. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna show you how to set your base, how to do your crease color and your lid color, and we're gonna make it look fabulous. So first thing I wanna go ahead and start out with is a base color. So you always wanna go ahead and take your color and put it on your eye, similar to what your actual natural skin color is. So I'm gonna go ahead and use a nudish color. It can be a little bit lighter than your actual skin color too. But you always want to start with a good base. That's going to ensure that your shadow really pops and also that it goes on evenly, because if you think about it, the different parts of your eye often look differently colored. So you want to really start with that great base. That's also going to help your shadow stay a really long time, which is awesome too. And you can see it instantly brightens up your eyes, which is fabulous, right? So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with my crease color. So a lot of people will start with their lid color and then go to their crease color. Sorry, I use my hand for my palette. But it's better actually to start with your crease color and then go to your lid color, because then that makes your lid color really pop, which is fabulous. So what we're gonna take first is a bigger crease brush. This is fluffier, so I'm gonna use this for my transition color. So the basics to any great eye look is typically a transition color, a deep contour color, and a lid color. Those are what's gonna just really pop your eyes in pretty much any eye type, which is really awesome. So first thing I'm gonna take is my transition color. And since I'm going for a darker, not a darker, but a more nighttime look, I'm going to use maybe a deeper, darker transition color than I normally would. This is like a shimmery brown color, and I'm gonna go ahead and take it in my crease here, okay? And I'm kind of windshield wipering it in. Here's the cool thing about eyeshadow, you guys. You can pretty much blend anything out, so don't stress, okay? I used to get super stressed about putting something in the wrong place, but you can blend it out, okay? This is a really awesome brush. I love this one. Super fluffy, gets really well into that crease. And I really wanna bring that crease color up a little bit more than I normally would, because like I said, it's a bigger, bolder eye. Okay, so we can go ahead and I'm gonna take a little bit more of that. Like I said, I want this to be bold and dramatic. And again, I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that in. I'm using a cream to powder, but you can use any type of eyeshadow, just one note. If you're using like a powder eyeshadow, that's typically probably what most people use. Make sure you go like this, basically, to prevent fallout. Because what's gonna happen is when you put your powder on your powder eyeshadow on your eyes, it's gonna fall down onto your lower eyelid, and you don't want that to happen. So if you kind of tap it after you put it on your eye brush, it won't do that. Okay. So now I've got my transition color really good right there. It's a little bit more square on one side. We can even it out. We can also blend that out later. Okay. So next thing I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna take my deeper, darker color and I'm gonna go deep into that crease. So I'm using a dark brown. You could easily do this look with different colors. So let's say you wanted to do like a black, you could do maybe like a lighter brown color, and then you could go in and do a darker brown or a black, and then you could go in and do a gold or something like that on your lid. You can really mix it around. It's basically just like you want 3 colors, and the lightest usually goes on your lid unless you're going for a smoky eye. But that's not what we're doing today. And then the medium goes biggest in your crease, and then the darker goes further in your crease. So I'm gonna go in and just put a little bit more of that. I'm using a pointed crease brush. I think those are easiest. Or sometimes I'll also use like a smaller crease brush. Those are great too for this purpose. And I'm just going, see, on that outer corner, just really making that pop on that outer corner there. And I did bring some of that in and onto my eyelid. So now once I've got that how I want it, I'm gonna wanna go back in with the same brush that I used for my transition color, and I'm just gonna blend it out. So kind of just like a circular motion. And doing that is really what's gonna set your eyeshadow apart. Blending is like basically the key to it not looking crazy, and it just makes it look really elevated, which is awesome. Okay, so now that I've got that done, I'm gonna go ahead in and I'm gonna do my lid color here. Move that back a bit so you guys can see. I got my sparkle headband on. That's when you know the real work is being done. Getting a little wild. All right, and I'm gonna go in with a glitter. I like to do a glitter on my lid a lot, especially for like a night out or something like that. I just think it really pops your lid. So I'm gonna use a flat brush. Flat brushes are the ones that are gonna give you the most pigmented look, so the most color. And then a fluffy brush is gonna give you more of a blended look. So since I like my lids to be pretty poppy, I like to use a flat brush. And you see that motion I'm using in there? I'm going and patting it in. Okay, look at that. And you can totally build that up if you want more. You can always build. So it's good to start kind of basic and then build on your color. Okay, hopefully you guys can see that well. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in and actually blend out the top of this with that beginner color. So you know that base color I came in and put right on the base, like all the way from my edge of my lid up. I'm gonna take that color and I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna buff this out. And you wanna use a super fluffy brush for that. And you wanna make sure, of course, it doesn't have other eyeshadow on it, or it's gonna kind of eliminate the purpose of that. So let me grab my super big fluffy brush, like that. And this is gonna help you out. Like if you made any mistakes as far as it went up one further on one side, or you want the shape of it to be a little different, you can always buff it out. So I like to kind of keep my eyeshadow to that line of my eye. That's gonna also help your eye look more lifted. Do you see how that one already looks more lifted than the other one? So I'm gonna go in. See how I did this one kind of a little more square, and I want it to look a little more circular, so I'm just gonna go in and buff that out. And if you feel like you buff it out too much, you can always kind of repeat the steps. That's a great way to keep building if you're not happy. And I'm going in, I'm buffing it out. Okay, so now that I've got that done, I wanna go ahead and do a drop shadow. A drop shadow is a great way to do liner underneath your eyes if you want more of a soft look, or especially if you're just starting out with eyeliner underneath your eyes, that's a great way to do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that transition color. That's that shimmery brown, but you could really use your crease color or your transition color, or if you wanted to make it a little more glittery and poppy, you could use your shimmer color there. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take a small pointed brush. You can also use more of a flatter brush, that works great too. but this is the one I'm gonna use, and I'm just gonna take it in from the corner in. Okay, see how that just gives it a little more pop. And same thing on this side. Okay, and I'm gonna share with you guys a little secret. One of my favorite ways to brighten up your eyes. Take a white eyeshadow, or you can also use like a really light gold, but I really love the white for it. And you're gonna take a small eyeliner brush. You can also use a white eyeliner if that works better, but sometimes easier to work with eyeshadows because they're so versatile. And you pop it right in this inner corner. Wha-bam. You see that? See how that just like, I love it. And same thing on the other side. Just kind of get in that V and brighten that right up. And then I'm just gonna go in with a liner on the top of my eye. And I'm probably gonna go back in with that beautiful dark crease color we did. So this look you could really do with a dark brown or a black liner if that's more your style. I'm gonna go in and line it. Yeah, it's looking good. All right, other side, same thing. You could also use just a regular eyeliner if that's what you like, or a liquid eyeliner. This look could really handle any of those. As you can see, I'm finishing up this look with a super glam lash because like I said, it's date night, girls' night out, New Year's Eve. And so I hope this video was helpful. If you like it, make sure to subscribe to Sparkle Room Beauty on YouTube. Bye.